bro. He'll be on Twitch watch duty.
That's how it
All right,
always happens, dude.
guys, welcome to another episode of Super Mafia All-Stars. Twitch has been having some issues, so we are locally recording this for YouTube. Let me go ahead and explain the game and what's going on. We are going to be playing Mafia. There is going to be 15 players, 3 of which will be Mafia. They will have 2 kill power until 2 are left. There will be a parody cop, a nerfed medic, and a vigilante. Our mod tonight is Slip, and everybody else has the ability to be either Town or Mafia, and we are going to turn off our cameras, mute our mics, and get right into the night phase of Game 1.
Amazon, you fucked it up for everybody.
Hey, I'll take Town, Slip.
Rolls are going out. Rules are sent out. Please check your state. If you did not receive a message, you are vanilla town. All right, everybody can wake up. Right, 3 Mafia, 2 KP till 2, Parody Cop, Nerf Medic, Vigilante. Today will be a 30-minute day. If you have a Form 1 at the end of the day, you'll have 1 guaranteed, 0 to 2 RNG. During the night, Erik, you die. Phil, you die. Day begins.
Ryan.
Bunch of
What's up?
fucking haters.
I would absolutely make those
remember when I
kills, so sure.
Remember what I cleared you for yesterday?
You know, we don't have to talk about yesterday, but yes, I would absolutely make those kills.
Well, it's probably Mafia. We should kill
Alright.
that guy at some
I
point.
just want
I
one
gotta
thing.
say,
I want
I
a
find it
final
kind of
3
funny
of
that
me,
Erik
Conrad,
died.
and Quancho. That's all I want this game.
Oh God, never forget.
You want me, Conrad, and oh,
Because that was it's one of the only times I've
That's
ever
one of the
failed in
only
in a
time.
final 3.
Hey Joey,
He has ever been lynched.
What?
Why
Connie,
would
your
that
town,
make
right?
you Mafia since you just said
I don't know. I just wanted to. I just felt it was in my gut.
Fucking town, dude.
You got me right in the feels.
Okay.
All right.
How?
If you're not Mafia, you have nothing to worry about.
No, I'm not. But how did I get you in the field? I didn't do anything.
I don't know. I just looked at you, and my gut told me that you were Mafia.
All right.
All right.
Yo, Hoya, can you turn up your mic just a little bit?
Yeah, you're kind of
yeah,
quiet.
Yeah, Joey, how sad are you?
How sad am I that Erik died? Pretty fucking sad. I'm not gonna lie. There's no greater joy than listening to Erik call me Mafia. Like literally, it's the best thing in the world. Just
But
text
on the
me
other
calling Mafia.
on the other hand, come on, Erik dying night 0. I mean, that tickles me a little bit inside each.
He's
side.
like the comedic side dish of the game. That's what Erik is for me.
Then what does that make you, Joey?
What does that make me? Confirm town.
Who did
No. If he's a comedic side dish, what does that make you?
Ryan, who did you just give
The main course.
The finger?
Was that like incidental?
If I gave the finger, it was an
You, like,
accident.
you did one of the like wipe off. Of
I did
something.
this with my pointer finger.
No, you did something else with your middle.
What's
finger.
going
If I did, it was an accident completely.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
I want to hear from Quan. Quan, why are you always nervous at the start of every game?
I'm not nervous. I'm eating, but I'm not nervous. I'm actually
What you
happy.
eating?
I got town. I was actually really surprised that Phil and Erik died. At the very beginning of the day, Ryan or Robert goes, Ryan. I don't know what the interaction there was, but and then Ryan goes, I would totally make those kills. So I'm kind of weirded out by that interaction.
Last night we played a game. Robik cleared me. Like he likes to do this, clear people for night kills or whatever, condemn them. So last night he cleared me for the night kills that happened in the DM game.
I'm actually more interested in the fact that Quan just said he was surprised by the night kills. I want you to elaborate on that. What surprised you about the night kills?
Not more of the night kills. It's more of the way that the interaction between Robik and Ryuzilla, like just like the way they were talking at the beginning of the game. I don't know. That was surprising to me.
What you said.
Wait.
That Phil and Erik were killed, and that surprised me. So I want to know what surprised you about the night kills.
The Erik kill more or less surprised me. Normally Erik doesn't. I don't know. I haven't played in forever, but I haven't seen Erik get.
I think Quan's
a
town.
lot. I think
Ed's
Phil is
town.
a really
I
good
think
zero
it is
kill.
town.
Yeah, Kiwi.
But Erik,
Yeah, I
like
remember
Erik,
that headline.
he normally he doesn't have really good reads day 1, so it's like pretty good to leave him alive night 0, and then you kill him night 1 if he's like a threat to you. Like Ryan would do that a lot. So like the whole interaction between Ryan and Robert was weird because I know Ryan wouldn't kill Erik night 0, but he would kill him night 1. So I don't know. In my mind, Ryan is safe for today. I don't know. That's just from me remembering the games from before.
Okay.
The
like Quan.
whole Connie and Robert interaction.
What do you think about Beny, and what do you think about CPHoya?
I don't know anything about Beny. He hasn't said anything. His facial expressions, like I played one game with him before recently. He kind of just was really. He hasn't said anything, so I can't get a read on him. CPHoya, I am suspicious of, but I'm always
take you off your
I'm
baseball
always
cap,
suspicious
dude.
of you day 1, so I'm really suspicious of Hoya right now. I think like Hoya.
I'm loving Hoya's facial flow.
What the fuck?
Hashtag face flow.
You're muted, Hoya.
I want to hear from Captain.
Muted?
Captain.
Silent.
Yeah.
You're
You're
quiet.
Quiet
You're
as
more quiet
shit.
than you were before you turned up your mic.
Who cares?
I
Captain, go.
I only have 2 things so far. The first is the thing I mainly noticed at the start of the day was Kiwi finding something hilarious. He explained it as he was amused by the kills. I think his reaction was genuine enough that he didn't expect those kills to be happening, making him probably down. And I think it's interesting that someone who likes to, I don't know, direct down and interject his ideas into down hasn't talked yet in Guy. So I think we should hear from him. And hope that he buries himself.
That's how I feel about Beny.
That's how I feel about Pope.
I think Benny just might be nervous. Oh, it's all
That's how I feel about Trump.
I'm not nervous.
I've seen Pope lurk,
No, it's not. Shut up.
like willfully lurk through a day.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me
Nothing
now?
nothing
Yep,
does
you're good.
surprise
Okay.
You're good. That's it? That's all? You just want to ask if we could hear you?
Well, no, I've been trying to fix it for 2 minutes. Okay, Quan, what I wanted to ask you is, why would you be confident that you know that Ryan wouldn't kill somebody on night 0 but would on night 1? That strikes me as way too precise.
I'm not confident
a
in
thing.
that. I'm just saying from my remembrance of playing 3 months ago, that's the Ryuzilla. He would leave Erik alive. Like I played where Ryan was Mafia 3 games. Every game he kept Erik alive night 0 and then killed him night 1.
Okay.
Do you think that could be like a pool? That could be like a pool of players thing, like the people that he was playing with at the time would kill Erik, so he does not shoot him or whatever, and he does shoot him tonight because like there aren't people who would save him. Like I don't know. It doesn't seem like
This
a
seems
good
like
reason
hard
to.
way to make a
That
reason.
I disagree with Joey's read. I think Quan's Mafia here.
You
is
think
basically-
Quan's Mafia?
Yes.
I don't think that what he's saying is explicitly incorrect. It probably did fall into my pattern of killing, but I don't glean anything from the read about Quan.
Are you town
I
Ryan?
kind
am.
of think that regardless of whether
Thomas?
what Quan is saying is incorrect or correct, he's coming at it from a town perspective. So I think that Quan is correct. Whether what he's saying is true or false, he's thinking about it from a town point of view. So I think that Quan is probably town. I also think that Ed is town. Captain, his read on me was kind of weird. I'm actually not somebody who generally likes to direct town on day 1. I'm usually very quiet on day 1, especially for at least the first half of day 1. I almost
Yeah,
never do anything.
aren't you a pretty popular Miss Lynch on day 1 actually?
Yeah. But so I don't have much right now. The one thing I did have was like CPHoya seemed quite defensive when Joey called him Mafia. He was kind of like, "Why do you think I'm Mafia, Joey? Why are you calling me Mafia right now?" And Joey was like, "Oh, it's just a gut read. You got me right in the feels." And he's like, "What about me put you what about it put me in your feels?" That's like when you're town and somebody calls you Mafia, you shouldn't really like be that upset by it. I feel like you just do whatever you need to do to be like to be
Hold
met as
on.
town.
Hold on. You shouldn't be upset by it. Hold on.
Objection.
Like no, okay, so I don't. Maybe that's just because I'm like a fairly popular Miss Lynch, but I get called Mafia 1,000 times a game. If I had to defend myself every time somebody like scum read me, it would take up the entire day.
Well,
so
I'd
I
say
feel like
two things
if somebody
about that.
scum reads you, you just kind of like tuck that away, and then you just like wait to project town.
Robik, what's your read on Guy?
I think that being over defensive is
I don't
typically
know, but I
Mafia
think Hoya is
tell.
down.
Guy's probably town from what he was just saying, because that was like a fairly adamant thing about what he thinks about the game. But I would say 2 things. One, I don't think it's accurate to say I got upset either with Joey or about Joey having a Mafia read on me, because I don't really care.
You're mad?
Hoya hates being told that he's upset or mad. Like he always
by the way-
reacts to this.
He's absolutely objective about everything. He wants that to be crystal
He was
clear.
being
And
over
on that note-
defensive.
on
He was
that
being
note,
over defensive.
I didn't say anything to Quan
That was
about
probably Mafia as well.
and 2, you probably should react when someone gets your alignment wrong, especially if your habit is to not react and you think you're a popular Miss Lynch. Like that seems to not be working,
So
right?
like, what I mean is like, I don't get mislynched a lot, but I get pushed on a lot. Like people scum read me a lot and they try and kill me a lot, but I don't actually get mislynched a lot. But I just like what I'm saying is like, typically when a player is over defensive every time they hear their name in a scum read, it's from a Mafia POV. 'Cause they want to figure out what they're doing wrong and why they're being scum read so that they can adjust it and not get scum read for the rest of the
I don't
game.
think I was
I think that a lot of towns when they're called
I'm ready to hear
kinda
Kiwi and Connie speak.
Sure.
I want to hear both of those guys speak.
Just real quick, I haven't ever played with Beny, so I want to know, Beny, what is up with you? I think Joey called you the wonder up-and-coming kid from DM.
No. We met that guy yesterday.
I'm
That's not
expecting
Beny.
some big things from you.
That guy was awesome.
That's not gonna happen this game, Kiwi. Benny's Mafia this game, and his Mafia play isn't as good as his style play, so.
What's that?
So it's bad.
Say some
It's
stuff,
not,
Benny.
it isn't necessarily bad, it's just not too hard to read, so we're probably lynching Benny today after we hear what role Pope is gonna fake claim.
I'm not Mafia here.
I just want to say, I really like Kevin.
I mean, I just don't have too much to say. I haven't played with too many of you guys before, so I'm not sure how to read you guys. The
Played
way
with
I
like
play-
half of us at least.
Well, Benny, how about the people that you have played with? What you have something to say about them?
Sure, the people that I've played with, I think Pope's acting weird, but I mean, it's something that other people have said, so it's just going to sound like I'm sheeping that read. Conrad, I think that you're playing, I've only played with you once before, but you're playing very different from the one time that I played with you in the sense that you were very aggressive that time.
This guy's down.
You were really pissing me off that time. You were.
I'd like to hear the rest of what he has to say.
So I think that it's possible that you're Mafia. I thought that Ed was Town when he started speaking up, just because I think he plays a little bit more lurky of the Mafia. I thought that him pushing on Quancho was a Towny thing to do. I'm not sure about Quancho. I've only played with him once. He was Town that game, but his reads were god awful. I don't know. I don't know Quancho too well.
Whoa! You said my reads are god awful. I had 2 Mafia, right?
You called me Mafia the first day, and I like presented to you infallible logic why I couldn't possibly be Mafia, and you still wouldn't get off me.
I flipped my read on you after that first.
Okay,
Would you at least concede that it's a biased viewpoint?
It's possible. That
Benny,
said,
there's somebody here. I'm gonna get a little aggressive here. You've missed one person who's spoken probably probably the most today.
You're
You
talking
probably
about
played with
Joey?
him also the most. So
Are you talking about Joey?
What's up?
No,
Yeah. Why
no
you
one
saving?
reads on me on Tuesdays. People just like don't interact with me.
So let's just think about Joey. Like, I know how he plays in DM, and part of the reason for the way that he plays in DM, I feel, is because Town is pretty awful in those games. So Joey needs to really take a step up and lead Town when he's Town,
No pressure, boys.
so that he can win. Whereas, I mean, supposedly there's a higher caliber here, and Town can supposedly win on their own accord. So it's possible that Joey's playing different because it's All Stars. It's possible that he's Mafia. Who knows? I have no idea.
There
Almost
is
killed
no
Trump
one-
with your hilarious comments.
Can I really?
Yeah, go for Robik.
No, there is no one who has a more vocal tell than Beny. When
I
Benny's
agree.
Mafia, it takes him 3 hours to get a thought out.
No,
When
I
he's
disagree.
Town, when he's Town, he bangs out his logic.
I disagree.
No, you're wrong if you disagree.
You're wrong.
You are absolutely wrong if you
No, I
disagree.
agree with. I actually agree with what Robik's saying here. I
There's
do.
actually a couple. Oh, are you gonna finish?
No, I mean, I had a subsequent point. You had your hand up beforehand.
Oh,
I
hit it
wanted
up,
to
hit
talk
it
Trump, but you can go. You can go.
Oh, that was actually one of the people I was gonna talk to.
I like this guy.
No,
David.
here's my questions here is Pope, are you gonna somehow be quieter than me this game? And Trump, you haven't said anything, and your facial reactions have been not enough for me to gather and truly experience the Trump experience. So maybe either of you can.
Connie,
enlighten
do you
me.
have any reads other than questions?
Yeah, I got a few reads. I thought your interaction with Quancho was kind of weird. Like, I don't know how you countered him so instantly just based off what he said. Ed is going God mode this game, and I really like the way Guy explained his reads.
I don't know if you're Town in this game, Connie.
I would like to give some reads, and
I mean, I would like to hear from the people I asked to speak.
Yeah.
If they didn't choose to speak.
Well, if they don't
Yeah.
want to speak, I think
I'll let
I'd
people
love to
rebuttal.
hear Ryan's read first.
We just need a bulletin board in order of like people's turns, like an initiative thing.
Well, if
That'd
they don't
be
want to give the
great.
read,
That'd be
I'd rather hear people that would want to. Like,
Everyone roll for initiative.
Well, if they don't want
Ryan
to
wants to
speak,
give his
then
reads, let's
I'm
hear 'em.
okay killing them.
Okay, so I would actually like to completely dichotomize Town into 2 groups, which I will call people I think are Town and people I think are Mafia. The Town list is actually quite lengthy. It includes 8 people, which includes myself, so I'll give the 7 reads that remain. Ed, Kiwi, CPHoya, Guy, Trump, Captain, Beny. I like all of you guys.
Just never get a Town read in this fucking game.
That
Did you
leaves...
leave out Robik?
I did, which he will fall into
You
the
left,
other category
you left out
known
Robik
as...
and included Trump.
So my other category is the scums. That's Pope, Conrad, Quan, Robik, Joey.
So I
Wait,
gotta ask
wait,
you, why-
Trump has said literally 0 words.
You're
this time.
correct. He has
You're-
said
I
literally
think you're
0
about to
words.
get bashed for.
I
for
have
Mafia
real
reading,
real
Ryan.
quick question.
Go ahead.
Which list?
Not by me. Like, I feel like 2 people just spoke up. Like, wait, what?
Which list did you have Ed in? Because I didn't.
I have
didn't
Ed in
have
the
it.
Town list.
I think
Oh,
he was
okay,
also
okay.
Mafia.
Wait, so Joey and Captain both think I'm
No.
I think
So Ryan, do you want to elaborate on
This would
your?
be my time to talk now. I don't really want to hear Ryan
Thanks,
elaborate.
Erik.
So I'm gonna give a couple reads. I'm actually gonna give a lot of reads. So I'm gonna start off with Robik and Kiwi. I want to be in their town. I think they're playing correctly together. Whenever Robik spoke, aligning himself with Kiwi, I really liked it. It made me believe that Robik was more town for that, but I think that Kiwi was more town for his comment about Ed. The thing was that Quancho had spoken, and so it was easy to give an opinion on Quancho. He had spoken substantially, but then Ed made one little comment, right? And it doesn't seem like much, but it was such a just like statement. And the first thing that Joey says is, "I'm reading Quancho as town." I think that's incorrect. I think the correct thing was what Kiwi said. "I'm reading Ed as town."
I agree.
This happened 5 minutes in, and I immediately liked those two. I think since Kiwi has still held his demeanor, and I think Robik has played very proactive. So you two are my top down.
This active ever.
I don't even know. You just said, when is Kiwi this active?
Yeah.
When is Kiwi active? Is like I don't really like. That's the thing. Like
The
I don't
Ed
want
count read was so good, it doesn't matter what he does for the rest of the game.
Exactly. It's not quantity, it's quality. He is correct.
Move on to Mafia reads.
Yeah.
Real quick.
So my number one Mafia read is Joey. Joey did something with Quan, which I think is just like was really bad. Quan didn't say anything that made me feel either way, but Joey then somehow gets a really solid town read.
A hard town read. I think there's one, at least one between them.
So then,
fuck, Quan, you're dead, man.
So then Joey talks to Hoya, and he had a weird interaction there. Although Hoya's reaction wasn't very good, it was almost like I don't know. I kind of got like a bus feel off of it. It didn't really feel like you actually cared what he did or said. You just like pinged him out.
I gotta be clear. My reaction was that I didn't do or say anything.
Right. So in regards to like, I'll just give a general idea of my town. I think that Kiwi is town. I think that Robik is town. I think that Guy is pretty town. I like Beny. I like Ryan. I like Ed. I would lynch outside of that. I'd lynch Joey today, number one.
I want Ryan to talk
The
about
5 people that I would not lynch today are me, Beny, Kiwi, Hoya, and Ed. Those 5 are like absolutely off the table.
Say again, Hoya? I didn't quite catch
I
that.
want you to explain why
Me, Beny,
No,
Ed.
Hoya. I asked Hoya to
sorry,
repeat himself.
Sorry.
Those are terrible.
I want to know why Pope and
I like
Trump
all
are
those
on different
except one.
sides of your little village and mafia, town and mafia circles, when to the point that you had your reads, they had both contributed the same thing. Which is
Correct.
nothing. And I would think that if one is observing and he gets credit for that, like Trump's doing nothing but he's observing, and by the way, he's been like showing off his pen in his notebook for the last 5 minutes. I don't know if anybody noticed that.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Pope should get the same.
I think everybody's getting bamboozled by
So-
Robik.
benefit of the doubt, right? That he's paying attention.
I
He had a-
don't think everybody should be read the same. Everybody should be read against
you
their
don't.
own town and mafia games.
I know you don't think that. I'm not saying that, but
Okay,
I would think.
okay,
that, like,
so
it's not so different.
You're not going to like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Trump's town read is based upon the way that he was eating, and I'll just stop there. And
Yeah.
Pope,
That's good enough for me.
Okay.
So am I eating pretty mafia-esque?
No, Pope, the read that you had on Kiwi and Ed was the correct read. That is exactly how the situation went down with Quan and Ed and Kiwi. That is the correct read. So I like that right now, and all of your reads are the exact same as mine in terms of town and who is mafia, and you have Joey as mafia. So I'm cooler with Pope. He's definitely not my top. He's definitely not my top lynch.
Can I give my reads right before you, Quan?
Sure.
I'm just gonna give mine real quick. Right now, I don't like. My town right now are Quan, Ryuzilla, Pope, and Guy. But my mafia right now are Beny, Kiwi, Conrad, and I don't really like Robik. I think everyone's giving too easy of a town read to Robik. He can play active as mafia guys. Newsflash.
So, what did you find so mafia about the way Benny's reads? Kind of what happened?
Benny sounded very nervous. I don't know if he's nervous.
Then his voice, anything that you didn't like that he said?
You always say that it's not nervous, Joey.
You can just hear it in his voice. I don't know if he's nervous because he's on All Stars, but he is nervous.
I'm not nervous.
You're okay. Well, then you're fucking lying.
He doesn't sound nervous at all.
He sounded very nervous.
No, he didn't.
Okay,
I
so
don't
like,
know
it depends on what you define.
I don't agree. I don't think
I
he's
actually
that
think
nervous.
that Benny always sounds nervous. He
I
just
really hate the nervous streak. Like,
he
people always say
speaks
that I sound
extremely
nervous.
quickly.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
I disagree.
Benny, Benny, I think that the way you speak, it does sound nervous, but you speak that way regardless of your alignment. So I don't think that it's a good read, like, to call you mafia for it. But you do sound nervous every time I ever hear you. Like, that's why I have a hard time reading you.
All right, but I'm not nervous. Just saying.
But if he always sounds nervous, he's probably not nervous.
Oh, who's your other mafia other than me? when you figure out that you're wrong on me, obviously.
Oh.
You're muted.
I want to find out about why you think Conrad and I are Mafia as well.
I don't really like Captain's reads. I think they've been pretty off. But at the same time, he said his comments prior to he says his comments prior to the people speaking. So I guess I would like to hear his revised reads. I might change my mind then. I don't really like anything Trump hasn't said. And then I don't know. I'm on the fence with like Hoya and Conrad.
Every fucking game.
Alright, so I want to comment on one thing Pope said that, like, I was thinking when, like, the whole interaction between Joey and Hoya when they're going at each other, it was like Pope said, I think Joey could be busting Hoya, and, like, when Joey instantly town read me, I thought that was really weird